Okay. I think we're good here. I think so. Pretty sure I am. What's going on Twitch? What's up YouTube? Kyle Netick, what's up? See you, fella. I'm missing one key component. Go grab that real quick. Sorry for the delay. Quite literally, as I click start streaming, my dog is like, hey, I need to go poop. Like, he always knows. He always knows when I'm about to start doing something to get in right in the middle of it. That's just his thing. It can't be helped. It's how he is. It's how he is. But finna start here in a second. Got my coffee. Got a little bit to talk about here today. Not gonna be too long of a stream because there's still other things I have to do today. But I do appreciate everyone who's been sitting here for the, I guess, 15-20ish minutes here. I've been live. Let me see here. Gonna get it popping. Definitely stuff to talk about today, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I gotta talk about that Kingsman situation. That shit was blowing me. I was like, I can't believe this. Okay. Turn on this light here. We get started. All right. Okay. Every time I try to get started, I had to do one thing extra. I had to go turn off the heater because this room gets way too hot. Okay, I think I'm good now. I can finally click this button. You guys can see me. All right, what's up? It's time. Happy Monday. What's good, peoples? Talk show time. Bringing it back. And we're on YouTube as well. So what's going on YouTube? Mixing the audiences together. You know the vibes. Had to do it. It's time I get YouTube involved on it. Get the YouTube channel to stay active. You know the vibes. Gotta do it, man. 2026. Gotta do it differently. Yes, sir. We here. I want to make sure I keep my YouTube audience in line with what's going on. Twitch is always involved, so now it's time for you guys to always be involved too. I should also mention this real quick while I can. Is that YouTube run my friendly fade word? In the future, YouTube streams will be shorter, just because it's just how it is here on this platform. Like I know it. But that doesn't change anything. I had issues on Saturday for some reason or another. Like Vanguard crashed my freaking, I don't know. Riot Vanguard is like a weird thing, man. So the stream on Saturday on YouTube ended abruptly. Same thing with Twitch. Happened twice on Twitch. I was like, all right, I'm good for the night. But I'll keep you guys in the loop way more often now, so you don't have to be worried whether or not this channel is active, because I'm always active on Twitch. So we won't keep all the channels active, specifically these two. Speaking of channels, TikTok is going through some shit right now. They're going through it. So I don't know how far along I'm gonna go with TikTok moving forward. It's like, what really bothers me about TikTok is like literally every time, and I mean every time I'm about to go and use that platform, something happens. So I'm at the point now where I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'm kind of just over it. I want to use the platform, but like every time I turn around, it's something. It's always something. So I'll probably still upload to it, but I know a lot of creators are not happy about TikTok currently. Like they're getting massive pay cuts. Like I don't know, just all kinds of stuff is just happening over there, but especially the income. Gorilla Glue? Gorilla. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Gorilla Glue. I see you. What's happening? Yeah, man. Like, been enjoying Lab and Kate and Jinx. That team's pretty damn good. That's another Trap Gunner team. But you can't call it that because that's my team. Just saying. But yeah, man, it's kind of crazy what's happening these days in the content creation. Don't worry, we claim bullet hell. All right, you got it, Tess, you got it. Yeah, man, good morning. Top of the morning to everybody, man. Hopefully y'all had a good weekend. I know I didn't have to go through the nonsensical stuff that I thought was gonna end up happening. We really didn't have the issues like that like I thought, aka the snowstorm that didn't really pop off in Houston like that. So I think Dallas caught snow a little bit, but Houston didn't really catch anything at all. We caught some ice in some areas from my understanding, but nothing crazy, which is great. I kind of felt it was gonna be a nothing burger, but you can never know. Yeah, it just got cold. Nothing too crazy, which is good. I'm good with that. So good to know I'm still in good health, family's in good health, people around me are in good health. No stress, zero stress. So that's good. Just shoveled for the past hour, not even close to being done. I'm so sorry. It snowed in Florida? I think this is day, actually I started drinking this in the beginning of January, give or take. So this is like day 20 drinking mushroom coffee. It's pretty good. It's been a lot smoother. Northeast. Roger. Still, if you're dealing with the snowstorm over the weekend, hopefully everything is good on your end. Hopefully you guys are all right, because Mother Nature be trying to take us out one by one, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes in mass. Normally we get kind of cooked up when it comes to like hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff like that here in the South, especially Houston, because it all comes from the freaking Gulf and goes from the Gulf up. So there's that. But let's see here, YouTube's up to date. You guys will be around. I'm gonna be around more on YouTube streams. So this is gonna be shorter. When I end up cutting off the YouTube streams, feel free to come by on the Twitch. You know, I'll obviously advertise it for you guys to come to the Twitch if you want to continue watching. But I think YouTube streams will probably go for no more than maybe 5 or 6-ish hours, give or take, because I do stream a long time. But we'll see how that kind of plays out, because I know like the watch time for some of the stuff on YouTube can be kind of cooked. That's why I might try to keep the YouTube streams a little bit shorter. But I'll be on, no worries. We're gonna make it more consistent. Where are we at now? Things that happened over the weekend. Yeah, I'm good. Still playing Caitlyn, obviously. That's not changing. I'm taking Caitlyn to Frosty Faustings. That's not changing. People ask me to make character combo guides, so I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do Echo. Someone asked me for Echo, so I'll do Echo. For 2x KO. If it's something that people want more of, I will do more. But I'm gonna start off with Echo. If that does well, People want more and they ask for it, I'll do it. Because I did say, if you're gonna ask for something, you gotta support it. Because like, it does, me adding this into my current schedule of content does kind of cut into certain things. Of course, it's like, well, you just put the combos up on the screen and people do them, sure. But I mean, I like to explain stuff. So, and me being me, I would do it way differently than a lot of other people. So, yeah, we'll see how it pans out. But he'll be the first one that I do since people asked for it over the weekend. Let's see. If we can kind of get started. Where are we at? Exactly. We explain things comprehensively on this side. We don't. Excuse me. I did say it too. As you mentioned it, let me make sure. I think I'm going to reiterate this so much. Like, I don't have time. Still never made my able guide. It is what it is. I have not changed my thought process for this year, which would be just detailed guides whether people like it or not. Like, I understand the notion of like, bro, just keep it simple. I you know, I'm a normie. I got you, but I just can't explain it in 2 + 2 is 4 all the time because it just feels so not good for me personally. So any kind of character guide is all gonna be me taking time. Yeah, I like detailed guides because it's something you can come back to. I'll always say it. I think day one guides straight up are like they serve their purpose, but that's just not what I like to make. That's all. I stress that all the time. It's not something I like to make. I think people that want the basic stuff, you can go watch those things. Want more detailed stuff, you just come and find me. But I understand at the same time it does hinder me from being like more mass audience. But I think well, if you want to be good, you're in the right spot. That's how I see it. That's why your videos are so good. I'll do my best, Gorilla. Yeah, I just don't like it. I feel like, to be honest with you, it feels like, and you know what, here, just because I'm talking about it now, I'll tell you why I don't like it. It's because it feels like I'm already fighting for your attention with all the people trying to do stuff within the first week or so. And then like, it's kind of like, who do you trust? You know what I'm saying? So for me, as someone who does content like more long form, I tend to trust people who put more effort into the videos. If you just put out something that's just like press these 2 buttons and then jump, and that like, comment, subscribe, here's a half a combo, it's like, it's gonna do good for like a week or 2, and it's like, cool, I cashed in on some quick views. It just feels like it's constant brownie point videos as opposed to something that's meaningful. Like, I don't like making guides that aren't meaningful. Like, I don't want you to like watch my videos and be like, cool, I'm set for like the next 2 days. I want you to be set for like the next 3 months. That's why I take the time out to make them detailed. Or I play the character myself and put my personal experience in there, because I can speculate and I'm good at that, but I think playing the character, getting my hands dirty with the character and like kind of figuring out things as I go tends to be like a better course of action. And I think it's better for the people who are watching, so it's not just like, I get a new character comes out, you want to know what to do, but like, wouldn't you value like knowing more than just like, all right, how to scrub out some wins for the first 2 days? The game's evolved so fast that like a day one guide does nothing. If you think about it, it might be good for those who don't. I think, like I said, these day one guides are good for people who don't know how to play. But I think a more detailed guide after a period of time will take you past way that.
Never forget about that, because that's all we got.
Thanks for the follow. I know people's interests change when things come out, so it's like we'll use Kate for example. Kate is not a character I can make a day one guide. That's not the day one guide for Kate. Is like, okay, here's how you flick shot, okay, here's how you charge shot, okay, and then you air charge shot, here's how you aim and then flick, here's how you flick and then aim, here's how you aim your second shot, here's how you aim your second flip shot, here's how you aim with your freaking trap, here's how you aim and quick. You know what I'm saying? It's so much shit. Like, she's not like, okay, press medium heavy, down heavy, jump light, medium heavy, special, super. She's not that kind of character. And if people are explaining her to you like that, you probably should look the other way. You should probably just say thanks for the guide and then move on. Be nice about it and just move on, because that is not Kate at all. Kate is a very difficult character in 2XKO. But again, that's why I like take pride in what I do. Whether people like it or not, it's just what I do. Give a man a fish versus teach a man to fish type guides and energy. Yeah, basically. Like I say it every time. The 4 Noobs guides are they still are watched, and this is Guilty Gear Season 4. And people still ask me to update them. I'm like, no. It's easier if I'm playing the game. If I'm playing the game, it's easier to be motivated to do it. But to make an expansive guide like that, especially with me doing those were done in 15 minutes, and it's because Strive is kind of easy to explain. From my perspective, it's kind of easy to explain. So they got made kind of, I won't say quickly, but I wanted to make sure that each one of them always had something special about them. And that's just how I make my content. I like to make sure every video has something special, especially if it's a guide. Because I take very big pride in making guide work. In other words, I take pride in being a teacher. That's the best way to put it, in simplest terms. It might not be the most entertaining all the time, but like the information you'll get out of it, if you're willing to watch it, will help you be so much better.
What's up, fam? How you doing?
Gorilla Glue, what's up?
Never forget about that, 'cause that's all we got.
Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Things they always make you, you know, it's things that'll just make you better. What's up, Psycho? It's a big reason why, like, you won't hear me talk about it very often, but I have a couple, or I've had students underneath me and learn from me, and it's like, followed you here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hey, man, I've had people who are really good that I taught. You guys don't know about. Some of you know, like Kid Viper, for example. Someone I taught early on. Always was one of the better Johnnies, one of the best Johnnies stateside in Guilty Gear Xrd at the time. He was really good in Blaze Blue also. He got to start in Blaze Blue, to be honest with you. Played Street Fighter 4. He was just a really good player. At the time he was playing, he was a really good player. But that's just one person. Last night I learned Kate can't air dash off of trap. I'm sad. I'm sorry. Welcome to playing Caitlyn. Welcome to playing Kate. We got cookies and pizza in the back. Some lemonade too if you want that. Get you a cup of coffee too. It was in the trailer. I feel like, I know you can, that's why, like, when it comes to trailers, like, you gotta be careful with them. They be selling you on stuff. They're like, hell yeah, you could do that. Then you play the game. Why can't I do it? Well, you see, it was a little too strong, so we took it out the game. Like, Vi had a way different counter in her trailer, and she could combo off of her freaking counter. The way she is now, you can't combo off the counter. I guess they realized, you know, it might have been too much. But those things are bait. You watch the trailer and be like, okay, that's pretty cool, and then move on. Like, it's part of the reason why I don't always like do breakdowns of the trailers too much anymore. I'll just react to them and just call it a day, because I know reactions, fortunately, unfortunately, do work on YouTube. So I just look at it, like, okay, that's cool. Then maybe not too heavy of a breakdown. I'll just talk about what I see is kind of cool, and then that's that. Because if they have, because Chip had different options in his trailer, on his launch trailer for Strive, and I was like, why can't I do this here? Oh, well, you see, what had happened was we decided during development that we would not let him do that and screw this over completely. All right, sick, thanks. Cool. Anji was the same. So many characters in Strive were like, trailer showed you that you could do this, play the character, I can't do it. It's really annoying. I'd rather they release her like that. We got broke characters already, but yeah, I feel it. I feel it. You know, I swear, man, like, I swear, we're false advertisements, true. I feel like now that I'm playing even more, I be thinking about certain characters. I think it's mostly I just don't like certain combinations. Like Warwick plus Ari is annoying as hell, and Ari plus any character is just annoying as hell. Yeah. Fury gotta go next patch. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to be careful with certain things. Like when I think about Warwick and his ease of use, I think about like other people who don't know how to play and need an easy character, and he's one of them. So like certain aspects of him, like his overall potency is mostly okay, but let me be careful talking about these characters, man. Some moments I'm upset about them, others I'm like, it's fine, it's whatever. It's fine. I spent all around fighting Timo zoning me for them to pop and kill me in one hit. Yeah. I definitely think Fury could be toned down a little bit. I know they wanted to try to, it looks to me like they want to keep like the comeback factor there. But I think because retreating movement is so good, you don't have to put yourself in danger unless you really want to. Or if they overstep, you might be able to counter them. I think that's kind of where it gets tricky. So I'm not sure. Ironically, Jinx and Ari are my favorite characters to play. I mean, they're good characters. Nothing wrong with that. Like, I'll never knock anyone who wants to play good characters. Just play them. It's what you should do. I don't see the issue personally. Might as well play the good stuff, man. Play the good stuff, get your wins, be happy and satisfied. Nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like the characters I play aren't good. Kate just takes more work, but whatever. You know. Look, go ahead and put Ari back on your team, dog. Not ready. You're not. I don't know if you're ready for that Kate life, bro. I feel you, Tess, but that's a lifestyle choice, you know. Yay. Nah, but jokes aside, let me get started on the 40K stuff, because this shit blew me. Like, I don't understand what this was about. Like, I can't believe people did this, but we're gonna talk about it now, and I'm gonna skip this track because it's been on loop for a minute. All right. So, the Kingsman drama and Marvel Rivals. It's not fighting game related, but I do want to point this out because this kind of shows competitive versus casual. That's why I want to talk about this. It's so crazy. Oh, trust. Yeah, you can't box this. You can't box this. It's literally everywhere. So, I believe what it is this dude. What it was is what's name. I have it on the side, right? So, a streamer known as Kingsman265 was kicked from his tournament team after he reportedly asked teammate Zaza to switch off Black Widow, a character with a low win rate. Then we have Lucy, right? These are the players. These are the key players, right? Lucy Yasa, we'll just, I guess, Lucy for short. A teammate of Kingsman and Zaza was accused by the community and Kingsman of being an instigator in his removal, while the team captain, CC, received the initial brunt of the backlash. Subsequent evidence suggests Lucy was active in stirring things up and insulting Kingsman behind the scenes. I heard she was a snake. This is kind of like the summary of it from what I'm seeing here, right? Then apparently Kingsman got bullied, right? After Kingsman went public with the situation, I guess, of bullying, Lucy faced a lot of backlash, not holding any kind of accountability, and allegedly lying about silencing other creators. What? What? What's up, Scar? My man. My man, 200 grand. This is crazy. Can't believe this. Like, what am I reading? What am I reading? Yo. This is insane. So, yeah, so swinging it back, right? So, Buddy went public. Apparently, Lucy was lying and silencing other creators. She was labeled by someone in the community as part of a toxic group of creators who have a history of behavior in other hero shooters. I did hear a little bit about them kind of doing this in Overwatch, I want to say. What? Then the public reception here, the tournament organizers eventually apologized for the bad disciplinary call and admitted the ban was unjustified. Because yeah, so they kicked him off the team and banned him from the tournament. From my understanding, they didn't know that the tournament was for 40K at first. They thought it was just a community tournament. And man, that's wild. That's wild. And then yo, Buddy Kingsman received over 3K in donations from supporters. The tournament was for 40K, and I hear Buddy's content, and on top of everything he's been doing has been like putting him like way above what he was gonna make anyway. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, bruh, all it, yo, for real though, the world is healing when you think about it, right? Because from my understanding, it was a clip of old girls saying things like, yeah, but we're gonna play Widow anyway, yada yada yada. And I'm like, hey yo, in fact, hold on, I got that clip right here. Hold on, we gonna definitely take a look at this. This right here is the type of stuff that infuriates me. I ain't gonna lie. This really infuriates me. All right, so we're gonna take a look at this clip. Hold up. Let me get this up here so we could see. Yeah, and I heard Kingsman was like, he's like one of the best Magic players in Rivals right now. Like, how you get the best Magic on your team when you talking about you gonna play Widow? That's insane. And I think this is CC. Yo, shout out to TikTok, bro. All right, we're gonna take a look at this, man. Now, I don't have that many clips of this, but we're gonna still look anyway.
Exploder like a bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that, and we're still gonna play Widow.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
Populo,
Everyone thinks this guy's a loser.
exploder like a bug. That's just what happens.
What?
Populo,
Everyone thinks this guy's a
exploder like a bug. That's just
Everyone
what
thinks this guy's a prick. This guy's a loser. Yo, no shot. You're the best player on your team. He just suggested for you to not play Widow. See, all right. Now, let me talk about how this correlates to fighting games real quick, right? Because I know y'all are probably trying to figure out what this does, right? All right, hear me out. This, right, is a difference. Can you be brought to speed of this? All right, real quick. So there was a Marvel Rivals tournament, right? A creator tournament or a community creator tournament or something along those lines. And the tournament was for 40K. There are some girls on this team. One of them specifically plays Black Widow, as they're a Black Widow one trick. This team also has the best Magic player on the leaderboards right now, period. Like, he's the coldest right now. And he has a very high win rate with that character. He was suggesting to not play Black Widow, while these chicks, CC and Zaza, and I think Lucy, I think it's like those three in particular, they're like, yo, we're gonna play Widow anyway, it doesn't matter, you're right, but we're gonna play for good vibes, like, we're like playing for the vibes, XYZ, yada yada yada. And it's like, so let me get this straight. You playing for vibes, but there's 40K on the line. Why would you play for vibes? 40K? Like, it's like, again, how this relates to fighting games. It's like, you come to a fighting game tournament and you play the worst character in the game and you're like, yo, we finna do this. It's like, especially if it's a team tournament. Yeah, bro. I know that you have a really nice, like, I don't know, let's say you're playing, I don't know, Street Fighter. Yeah, man. I know Ken's top tier, man, but listen, that Sean, yo, I'm coming through with this on Third Strike. No, you're not. You have a good Ken. Play Ken. Nah, man, listen, I'm trying to look. You're messing up my vibes, man. Look, Sean, I'm telling you, man, I'm still gonna play Sean. Like, did you not see me just perfect this dude over here in the team tournament right here? Like, I'm gonna need you to not play Sean and play Ken. Nah, I'm good. In fact, you know what? How about you just get off my team? So you take off the best Yoon from your team. You took off the best Third Strike Yoon on your team because you want to play for vibes. Insane. So why this bothers me so much is that it is a tournament. Tournaments, as far as I've been playing fighting games, they're for fun. But I'm not here to lose. Period. People come to tournaments with their low tier characters and then they go to Twitter and they complain that my character sucks. No one told you to invest all that time into that shit character. Unfortunately, you have the ability to play what you want. Yes. You can do what you want. Yes. But don't be surprised when you get smoked if you're playing a weaker character. I'm not saying you need to play the best character. I'm saying you need to not play the worst character. You see what I'm saying? Get in the mid tiers or something, you know? Widow isn't a mid-tier character. She's considered low because she's not a server admin like Hawkeye right now. She's not a server admin like Hella right now. Phoenix. You're a hitscan character and you ain't running lobbies like that. She can't even one-tap. Now, mind you, I know this because I play Marvel Rivals. You know? Yeah, at least a top 8 character. Top 10. And even then, you know, you have different roles in Marvel Rivals, so you want to at least try to pick something good in the... If you're gonna play a damage-based character, pick one of the best ones, or play. If you're not gonna play one of the best ones, and that's fine. You want to be a one-trick pony and be tight about it. Okay, cool. Do you at least have a backup? You got a Star-Lord. You got, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you have a Hela? Do you have a Phoenix? You got a Psylocke? You got any one of these things? Like, yeah, nah, I'm here for the vibes though. For 40K? 40K on the line, and you want to play low tier? Absolutely not. And then you boot off the best player on your team. Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, it makes no sense. Like, and the crazy part is they're like, we're going to win. They made last place, bro. They got freaking smoked. And the money that they would have won, they're talking, oh, I got to pay my college tuition, yada, yada, yada. If he was on your team, y'all would have got paid. But the problem is you didn't want him on your team. And now look what happened. Now y'all, first of all, y'all lose. Second of all, the money that he would have made from the tournament, he made that and then some off of donations and people supporting him, which means the world is healing. It means people understand you're not just going to come out here and say wild stuff. And like, people are starting to understand, like, if you're going to, like, you are playing for money. You're not playing for vibes. You're playing for money. In the FGC, right? We out here playing for Chipotle cards and some street cred for being the best with said character. Y'all playing for 40K from your crib. You had to not leave your house. You didn't have to spend money to go fucking fly. You didn't have to spend money to fucking register. You didn't have to spend any kind of money to fucking enter the damn tournament. For 40K? All of the things I just talked about are freaking expenses that you have to pay to go to a fighting game tournament, to fly offline. You doing this shit from the comfort of your home for 40K. For 40K from the comfort of your home. 40K. Like, be for real, dog. Be for real. Be for real. Like, you get to say I won a 40K stack tournament. Oh yeah. Kingsman's life has completely changed in just over the weekend. My man made way more than what the first place team got. I mean, think about it. Think about it. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it's why I had to talk about it. I'm like, there's no way I let this Monday go by without not talking about it. I might not have all the details and stuff like that, but anyone who in their right mind can understand the general gist of 40K on the line, play the good shit. It's a team tournament. It's a team game. Play the good shit. And the fact that the world is like, yeah, these chicks were in the wrong. And it's not on some misogynistic stuff like that. I love women. They ain't nothing got nothing to do with that. But recognize what's on the line. It's the fact that you chose to play. Like, I can tell that these players are not competitive. And this is why I be like, yo, what I wanted to really push here is like, this is the difference between, I'm gonna just say it raw. This is the difference between motherfuckers who just grind rank and talk about, yo, I'm nice, versus, hey, yo, I'm nice, let's go get this money. You see what I'm saying? You see how there's a difference? You see, that's why I'd be like, I don't really care about this rank stuff like that. When I step offline and I go to that tournament, that's when it matters. I ain't gonna say you can't use rank to go play some really cold ass players. That's not what I'm saying. But these are rank demons versus someone who wants to win a tournament, right? I think one of them had like, I think the Widow player had one game where like she popped off like 50 and something, but like that was just one game. How many games is it gonna take for you to pop off like that? They playing consistent characters, you not. So we're gonna let this one performance be like, yeah, bro, I'm telling you I could do it. It's like, no, I wanna win. I'm not team captain, but I wanna win. I'm making a good suggestion. You know what, and you're right, but we're not gonna do that. Okay. And then you get smoked, and then the whole of the whole world is against you now. Like the internet is just completely against these people now, and it's all because you decided to just do something silly like this. It doesn't make sense. You can't kick off your best player and then like just all of this to get smoked, and then this dude get more out of it than you could. Period. It wouldn't have been a blow up situation if he didn't get kicked out and the whole world didn't see it. But the whole world saw it. Was they the world's best Widow? Hell nah. Not even close. Like, oh, I'm a Widow one trick in like Celestial. How did we know you didn't get carried? How did we know you didn't keep switching off Widow? How do we know that? I mean, you go check out the match history and go see whether or not like you played Widow from the start and then played Star-Lord. You played Widow from the start and then played Black Widow or some shit like, or you know, you played Widow from the start and then played whatever other character. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be serious here. You're just wasting time. That's like disrespectful to people. Like, it's disrespectful to people's time that's on your team. It's disrespectful to the tournament organizers. It's disrespectful to so much. That's why, like, I always tell y'all, like, this is just casual people. I'm playing for vibes. That's just a casual tournament. It's just a casual 40K. It doesn't matter. What? You know what I could do with 40K? It's split between 6 people. How much is that, bro? Quick math. Let's get it. Hold on, man. Let me quick math on this real quick, man. Hold on, bro. 6 players, right? Bro, that's 6K a piece. Like 6K a piece. If it was winner take all. Like, come on, bro. Like, be for real. And Kingsman made more than that over a weekend. Not playing. Not competing. People just supported him. Like, that's what I like to see. People getting supported when people get done wrong. That's what I like to see. Like, the world showing that, like, they care when people get done dirty. You know? It's crazy. All right, playing like our lives depend on it, playing a set for 10. Listen, boys out here in the FGC run that money match at yo, first to 10 for 20. All right, bet. And they run that. Boys out here playing for freaking beans. Boys out here playing for like, you know what I'm saying, a pack of Skittles. They be like, hey, yo, run this set. Yo, what you got? What you got on it? Hey, bro, I got a pack of Skittles. I got a pack of M&M's and I got a half-eaten Snickers. What's up? What you trying to get into? All right, bet. I'll see you with this bag of Doritos. I got a bag of Lay's, right? And I got an apple. What you trying to get into? All right, say less. Double or nothing. All right, look, I'll double you up on a Snickers plus a Butterfinger. What's up? All right, bro, run it back. What? 40K? While we playing for freaking Skittles and freaking Butterfingers? Fuck out of here, man. This shit got me so livid over the weekend, dog. His Watson said he stopped playing Pro Apex because he said it wasn't fair to his team that they're putting everything into the tournaments and he wants to just wait for the matches to end to go eat. Yeah, at that point you signed up for that shit. Like that's like, so his Watson at that point, like that's so my beef with that is you signed a contract to go compete with this squad, but you're not trying. Like, do you know what tournament means? Like, it's insane. Remember the bathroom melty blood warriors? Yeah, true. That stuff right there just bothers the hell out of me. Like, what you sign up for? Why you want to be on this like esports team if you have no intention of doing the esports? Like, you notice how every fighting game player is on their esports team and they're competing. They want to compete, but these motherfuckers, like, they get like that. This is what bothers me about normal esports games. Like, they get on the org and take advantage of them. And that's why the orgs be like, yeah, nah. And we get cooked as a result for other reasons too, but like we get cooked as a part of that, you know? It's like, well, why should we invest in the FGC anyway when these people are like better, these games are bigger and blah, blah, blah. But then like the orgs then get taken advantage of. They don't drop, like they don't deliver, they don't produce. Like, I have so many words for esports games, man. And why that shit bothers me so much. What's up, cuz? Hold on, you guys. I'll get on my soapbox here in a second. Hold up. We chilling, cuz. Want the rewards without paying the dues. Like, when I see these kids, they be like, yo, oh man, I played like, what was it, like 10s? Yeah, man, I played like my 3-4 years of Valorant, bro. I'm just not feeling it like that no more, man. You know, I don't really feel tournament like that. You know, it's just, it's getting a little too crazy. You know, it's getting a little too crazy for me. So I decided, you know, I'm just gonna be a content creator now. Yeah, after you just got bought out for $2 million fucking dollars and all kinds of extra endorsements and shit like that. So now you can just be popular, just go chill whatever fucking chick you want to chill with. Excuse my French. It's like, yo. So you wrote out the little 4 years or whatever. Like, all right, cool. I had no intention of keeping this up. I just wanted to do it for the quick bag, and we up out of there. Boys still compete in fighting games now, from when they were younger to now. And it's like, what? I'm not saying it's everybody, but like when I see that and they were like, yeah, man, competitive is just too hard. After 4 years, Daigo been competing since he was what, 17, 18? What the hell you mean? Oh, you mean you're 21 and you're done? What? You scared? Yeah, man, you know, my reaction times have fallen off and blah, blah, blah. Oh, man, dude, this... I feel like this kind of stems into another conversation, but just for the sake of just speaking on it, it's like, I don't think for 1 second that, like, you get worse as you get older. I think it's just a complete fallacy that they've put out for esports to try to make it like, you have to be this certain age or you can't compete. So they make you kind of like feel like you gotta bust your ass at like 18 and then, all right, man, I gotta get an org before I'm 25. If I get an org and compete before I'm 25, then I can retire. It's like, fighting games, anyone telling you that? People still in their 30s and 40s still fucking busting ass. So when I see and I hear stuff like, yeah, man, I gotta do this for my college tuition, or I gotta do this and then I gotta retire. It's like, you ain't even scratched the surface with competition yet, dude. I'm not gonna say that the pressure for those games aren't big, but like the pressure of like esports, World Cup, Evo, all these other tournaments, it's the equivalent. It's not like it's any worse. The difference is a larger audience, yes, but nothing changes. The pressure is the same. The money's lower, but the pressure's still the same. So it's like, I guess, you know, I've always felt some type of way about that. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's why I've always enjoyed fighting games a bit more. Like, I like the esports aspects of games like League of Legends and stuff like that. I've always enjoyed League of Legends. Made me sad I had to quit that game. Quick lore detour on that. My ex-fiance did not like me playing that game, so I decided to quit League of Legends completely, and that was not an easy task. I freaking loved playing League, but I had to stop. It was for the one time, I could definitely say that shit felt like quitting League felt like quitting a drug. I was definitely on that game left and right. But that being said, yeah, man, like I love the spectacle of those games and what those games offered players, but I just never liked the idea of just retiring so early. And I see people like Faker still out here doing their thing, and I'm just like, y'all be lying through y'all teeth. This dude retired and said, SKT1 can't do it. All right, I'm back. Put me back on the team. Bump all this nonsense. I'm back in the mix. We here. We're not finna lose ever again, and they haven't really lost. Like, I still keep up with their esports to some degree, but I know SKT1's still one of the coldest teams in League of Legends still to this day. You know? And it's has Faker, and he's one of the oldest and longest running players for League of Legends for competitive. But let me bring it back to the conversation at hand and just say that competition, like good vibes versus competition, you can have good vibes within competition, but like always know what you're playing for. Anytime you enter a tournament, I know like not everyone's trying to win an Evo or be an Evo champion or be the best. But no, just know that there's weight to everything that you do. If you compete, there's a weight to it. There's going to be stress. And you have to discern whether or not you want to deal with that stress. Otherwise, just be there for the vibes like these chicks and call it a day. And just be comfortable with that. But know when you want to go further, that stress and pressure I'm talking about, it doesn't go away. It just gets worse. And you have to learn how to deal with it at a high level. And once you learn to manage that stress, it just becomes another day. Like if you enjoy competing and pushing yourself, that's what happens. As someone that's been playing for a long time and competing, this is what happens. It doesn't like that like feeling of like pressure and nervousness, it doesn't go away. You just learn to manage it better. It will never go away. I still go to Evo to this day, knowing how good I am still as a player, and it still feels like it's my first tournament sometimes. You know? Until I sit down and I play people, then it's like, okay, cool. You know? It's just like that. And it's what it is. I do think that it really adjusts people's focus. Some people just want the bag and don't know what to do once they are in the roots. Like Kensou was fighting for the 40K, but he knows what he's playing for because winning the tournament, period, plus the bag means something. Yeah. You get to say you won a Marvel Rivals tournament and you get money. Like, let's be real. Like, competing for money, honestly, is fun. I like to push myself. That's why I still play. That's why I still try to compete. That's why I still push myself to be something in this. Some of it is still my personal, like, some of it is my personal pride in wanting to be, still proving that I'm one of the best. Still proving that I'm still one of the greatest fighting game players to touch fighting games. It might not be like that for other people who, like, but that doesn't matter about other people. That's just how I feel, and that's how I want to, I feel like, and I always have felt this way, if I keep that approach for myself, like, that's all that matters. To some, it's like, oh, you're being cocky. Well, man, just, you got to be confident in this stuff. Otherwise, like, you have to hype yourself up when it comes to this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's going to be there and be your hype man. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have a Dave Bautista in your back. Bro. Yeah, man, you know, get him. Like, you're not always going to have that. You gotta hype yourself up. So, you know, but to kind of Avengers end game this is just know what you're playing for, man. Like, don't be like these people, right? Like, it's really unfortunate, and like, I don't wish the worst on these chicks at all. You know, it's just how, you know how this goes with the internet and canceling people. It's unfortunate, you know, that you can lose everything just like that. But like, you just have to understand the implications of your actions and recognize what you're playing for. If someone picked me up and said, "Yo, Kev, let's get into this Marvel Rivals tournament," I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna play every day. I'll play, and you guys have already seen me go ham on Marvel Rivals. Like, I'll play that game 10, 12 hours a day, zero problems. You guys have watched me do it, so you know I have no problem with it. I've already shown that I'm willing to do what it takes to be up there in like anything I want to play, whether I'm the best or not. It's just being good, you know. Competitor is the key word, rather esport or on the fields and drives. Yeah, it should definitely be the same. I agree. But yeah, just know what you're playing for, man. Don't use vibes as a cop out. If you know you're entering a tournament and you're having a good time and that's what you want to do to try to push yourself a little bit, that's cool too. Take it. You can take it in steps, and that's cool too. You know what I mean? But like, just don't pull whatever these chicks just pull. Just don't pull that. Again, don't go bashing them. That's not what this is about. I just wanted to talk about it because it is relatable to fighting games. It's basically the difference between a casual and a competitor, essentially. So, well, that'll do it for that. That'll do it for that. It's just, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. All right, I'll move on for that. I guess maybe my next thing is like the current state of fighting games, which is something we do need to talk about. I have seen some things and I'm not too happy about it. Oops. I'll let the music off for this one because I don't know if it's gonna show up on the YouTube version or not. It might. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, doesn't matter. Whatever. We'll just move on. Let me see. I believe I can always just grab the Twitch version and edit this into something if I want anyway. All right. The current state of fighting games. To be real with you, it's fine. I've seen a lot of like people in social media, YouTube, kind of complaining that the state of certain games is bad, like say Street Fighter, Tekken. We already know Mortal Kombat is hurting, but I think despite those games hurting, that doesn't mean the rest of the industry is hurting. You know what I mean? Obviously, MK is a key player and it's not really doing well for obvious reasons regarding Warner Brothers. So that's whatever, right? We already know that. And not to mention NRS has no desire to support their titles past 2 years, which is still a poor, I'm gonna be honest, I think that was a poor choice for a company of their stature to do something like that. That's, I don't understand that, but whatever, it is what it is, right? Moving forward, I think Tekken I think has gotten better, but I understand it's still not the greatest season. I'm not playing it myself like that, so I can't really speak too heavily, but I feel like the most important part is that the developer still cares about making the title good, and that's kind of where I'm alluding to, is that the developer still cares to make the title good. It'd be one thing if they like released it and had no intention of making season 2 a better season, but you do have to plow through a lot of the nonsensical things in the series right now, or this season rather. So I can understand that not being, you know, the most desirable thing to want to do. So I don't knock anyone for that. Street Fighter in particular, there are issues that are happening, but I can't talk about them too much because reasons, but I know that the powers that be are not like at fault. Like upper management Capcom isn't at fault here. A lot of people think Capcom's incompetent, and that's not the case. I've dispelled that so many times, because that's kind of where I'm at. I've been seeing so much stuff, and I'm using Street Fighter in particular here on this one because I've seen so many people just make these videos about the state of Street Fighter 6 is horrible, Street Fighter 6 is bad right now. It's like, no, it's not. It's still a good game. It's just there are issues that are out of Capcom's hands. Like, we'll just say that there's an issue with their outsourcing, and so it's held the game back. That's not holding back Onimusha. That's not holding back the new Mega Man game. That's not holding back Resident Evil. Resident Evil comes out next month. That's not holding back Monster Hunter. These titles are not being held back because they're all done in-house. I think Street Fighter is the only other title that's still in limbo regarding third-party support or outsourcing. Not to mention, Capcom still outsources their marketing, which we've dispelled that, or I dispelled it rather. Like, we did the whole rabbit hunt, you know, we went into the rabbit hole and went through all this stuff where it just showcases that, like, it's not a Capcom issue. It's not it's not a Capcom internal issue, right? Their marketing team is also outsourced while having an in-house one. They have like 3 or 4 marketing teams. in-house marketing team, then there's an outsourced marketing team for Japan, and I know there's an outsourced marketing team for their esports for the stateside. So it's kind of like they have all the different teams that kind of butt heads, and they're trying to figure out what's the best course of action. And this comes back in part with the pay-per-view stuff. So that's what I was saying. It's like Capcom has all these different things that are like in place. And I remember seeing it where I think it was Brian F or someone else on Twitter was like, I can't believe that, you know, they did this or something or other. And don't go after Brian for this, right? But he just didn't know that like Capcom, and I think Nakayama came out and said like, you know, Capcom is a big company. Our teams don't always work together. So like he handles like the relations with like the other, like I think he handles the it's his company relations. So what that entails is like partnership deals with like the animes and stuff like that, you know, or other events, right? So knowing he handles that, it's different. Like he's not a part of like that part of marketing. No, his job is to go get things done and sign contracts with other third parties to help put these things into the game. So people think like the dev team is just one big ass team, and it's like, no, marketing deals with this, dev team deals with this, relations deals with this, you know, company relations deals with this, you know. It's like there's different houses within Capcom for all their titles, but people don't recognize that. They just, oh man, Capcom's so stupid. It's like, no, you don't get to say that without understanding. Okay, for Invincible, there's a new character game trailer. I'll take a look at it after this. I appreciate that. You know, yeah, middle management basically. There's definitely a middle management. People think it's just upper and lower, or there's like the upper, there's like the powers that be, and then there's just like everyone else. Like, nah, dude, there's tiers to this. Does it echo? Okay, I'll just dip it. I'll just dip on it. Shouldn't be. Can you hear it now? Okay, I think I know why. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'll have to fix it later. That's weird. Let me see here. Why is it doing that? Not this. I wonder why. I wonder why I was doubling. Oh. That's why it's doubling. I forgot to swap it. That's on me. But let me swing it back here. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I just don't think, I don't know. It's like it's so difficult for people to understand that, but it's just, they just sling mud at Capcom. Like, stupid Capcom. There are things I think that they could have done better, for sure. Like, I think they could have done so many things better. That's for sure. Their ranked rewards are kind of weak. Lack of color packs, also not good. Like, 2XKO launched with way more content than Street Fighter 6 launched with, period. In fact, 2XKO launched with 10 times more things than, arguably speaking, even Tekken. But Tekken's got more customization options, so like Tekken wins in the customization department, but like the amount of things in which you can get from 2XKO is already a lot larger than that of Street Fighter, which makes no sense to me. Street Fighter had the ability to kind of like lead the pack with a lot of this, and then I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened here. But even though that's like a thing, right, it doesn't change the fact that like they could have done more. Now I think it's partially because of the outsourced materials, but I'm not going to get too much into that because you can go do your own research on it. But that doesn't mean Street Fighter 6 is a bad game. Yeah, they had to delay Alex, but they had to delay Alex because of the lack of assets that they should be getting from their third party. So that's like, therein lies the problem. It isn't internal Capcom. And this is why, like, for me in particular, it's hard to always be on the side of the consumer, because I've been on the business side of a lot of this stuff. So like, because I've seen both sides of the spectrum, it's so hard for me to be like, I'm pro consumer or I'm pro developer. I'm kind of in this middle ground because like, I know how it is on both sides. So like, feel some kind of way about it as a consumer, but then also try to get the best product out as a developer. And the point of a company is to make money, obviously, so clearly. But again, this isn't an issue with like, it's not an issue with internal Capcom. Now, there's also SNK, which I think they're doing good. I think that they just got to do better in regards to this PR stuff, because they made that trailer for season 2 and they used AI, and that was not good. I didn't react to it because it was AI. I didn't want to make it seem like I support AI like that. Like, I think AI is cool for helping you do certain things in your day-to-day life, maybe for some tasks, right? So like, hey, help me with a spreadsheet or something like that. Okay, cool. But to use it to make a trailer, like going from, you know, ideation to execution, okay, cool. But, you know, yeah, just not to make a trailer. Maybe you can use it to kind of storyboard the trailer, but not to fully, like, using it to storyboard or like kind of do prototype things, cool. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you guys about AI. Like, I'm cool if you want to prototype stuff, but like, don't do that. Don't release a whole trailer that's littered with AI like that, you know? So yeah, I'm just not a fan of that. And I just couldn't get myself to react to it. I watched it, of course, but I didn't react to it. Now, is City of the Wolves in a good place right now? Oh yeah, a lot of people are back on the game. Rank seems to be bustling. It was just good. But I would hope that in the future that the company doesn't do that again. Like I said, AI I'm okay with in moderation. This isn't a yo, you support it. No, it's just in moderation. If you use AI properly, use it for good. Don't use it for like stuff like that. And I think people wouldn't have an issue. That's just me personally. But with that being said, it seems to me like the game in itself is doing good though. City of the Wolves. Well, let's hope that they don't do it again. I don't think that they should. It's just a bad look. It's a bad look. It's not something that they should be doing. It's not. And yes, damn well, I stream on both YouTube and Twitch now. I'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch way more consistently now. Yeah, I just, from what I see, the reception to season 2 has been good. I haven't been playing it myself, and I'm looking to get back into it. But I just haven't really played myself too much. I did the Jaehoon thing, and that was about it for now. Need people to lab out match instead of just repeating what top players say as an excuse to not play. Yeah, I'll get on the status of the Wolves real quickly. I think now, like, they announced, or I didn't really say, I can't say really say announced, but you know, Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star potentially being a character in the game, that's exciting as hell. You know, like, that's cool. Like, there's no other character like that in these other games. And I think this is just going to be the era of guest characters in fighting games, which I'm okay with. I think City of the Wolves is just a badass game. Like, I think City of the Wolves is literally, like, of the one-on-one fighters, I'm gonna be real, I think it's the best one. I don't think any other game, even as good as Street Fighter 6 may be, I think City of the Wolves still takes it over that game. 100%. It's just a game that just feels more real when you're playing. It doesn't feel like You know, it isn't to say that there aren't great moments in Street Fighter 6 or the game doesn't have good things about it, but like just a straight up like pure fighting game, I think that's where City of the Wolves shines. It's just a pure fighting game, like just absolutely just downright just pure. Like if I'm better than you, I'm just better than you, and it shows. It's not like you get gimmicked out or some shit like that. I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on Street Fighter 6 or any other game, but it's just from my experience from playing all of them, I think it's like one of the best, if not the best, one-on-one. Like my tier list for like top fighting games right now, I think for me 2XKO takes the cake as number 1, and I think City of the Wolves is number 2, and I think Street Fighter 6 is number 3. Like that's my top 3 hierarchy right now. And then after that, it's kind of like whatever. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really watch Tekken like that anymore. Not because I don't like the game, but I just don't find it interesting right now. Then there's like Under Night, which I think is cool. Guilty Gear is cool. I just don't keep up with them. Like I don't feel inclined to keep up with them. I'd say like I've been more interested in like KOF 15 and Samsho on the side. Samsho's got a nice resurgence, which I think is great, and I think more people should play Samurai Showdown. I think it's a pretty damn good game. Like I think in this current time frame has shown me in particular that SNK has done really good with their games. It's just in typical fashion. Oh, it's SNK. Oh, why would I play an SNK game? I can just go play Street Fighter and just complain about it. That is true. You can play Street Fighter and you can complain about it. That is very true. And I think that's where the disconnect comes for me with the current state of fighting games. It's like there's so many games you can play now that you if you actually like something, you can play it. It has support. Fatal Fury has support. Grand Blue Rising has support. Blaze Blue CF is an Evo game now. There's your support. Community can run it back finally. Hunter x Hunter and Impact, even though this game is a little on the weird side, I think it's doing really good overseas, specifically in the EU region. I think KOF 15 still doing great. It's got KOF 15, Samsho's picking back up. That's really good. Vampire Savior's getting picked back up because it's an Evo game. Like you got so many things you can play. Under Night's been doing pretty okay recently. Like you're not locked into any one thing. If you want to play something else, like you don't have to lock yourself into Street Fighter. You can play whatever the hell you want. And all these games now, they have a lot of competition to play. You know, so much you can do, so much you can play. And then Strive 2, can't forget that. You know. Oh yeah, Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter has been doing good too. That's what I'm saying. Like you have so many games to play. There's so many things to play. And even then, some of the older games are getting support. I know MKX still has like, there's a community still for MKX, for example. Skullgirls community is never dying from my understanding. Like they're going hard. Like these, like the player bases for these games are still going hard. MVC2 still going hard. CVS2 still going hard. Like people are just happy to have all these games to play again. So it's like, you don't have anything, you have no reason to be just locked into just Street Fighter or just Tekken. At that point, you're just being stubborn. If you wanted to play another 3D game, you could play Virtua Fighter. And you could say, well, I don't want to play Virtua Fighter. Well, Soul Calibur is kind of still alive somewhere. But I think VF is so active, it kind of makes sense. Maybe not as active as Tekken, but it's active. So it's like, why not? You have too many options now. And then I think that's dope. Team games, I mean, Dragon Ball FighterZ are still fairly active from my understanding. Obviously 2XKO is active. Hunter x Hunter is active. Soon enough we'll have Invincible, and then we'll also have what's it called? From Invincible to Marvel Tokon, we'll have that. Like we have so many games. I guess dope. You know? I think your brand faithfuls are burned out because they don't rotate their game out to take a break and put on them on the back burner. True. And I mean, rightfully so, I get it. But I think that's why I really like 2XKO, because it feels like a game where I can't get bored. Like, it feels like there's always something to learn. And I think that's the cool part. Like, those are the type of games I like. Games that kind of push me to keep labbing and keep trying stuff versus, okay, the only thing here left is consistency. Like, I like to try out things. I like to experiment, and I think that's the fun part of games. Like experimenting, trying out strategies, seeing how people react to different things is cool. Not to mention, again, I like the fact that 2xKO has a good patch cycle. I'm cool with the 5-week thing. Let's run that. Run me that. I'm cool. You know? But I do want to point this out. And it's something that doesn't get talked about. I think fighting games as a live service still need work. I think that's where 2xKO succeeds as a live service title. Fighting games in general try to push themselves as, you know, live service update titles, but their patchwork and all the live service updates are too slow. And that's what hurts these games. Because people want constant updates, they want constant things like that because the other freemium games are constantly giving them things. So I could see it from the perspective of a consumer where it's like, well, I paid you this money, give me some updates. I need colors, I need all kinds of stuff. Like, and I think that's where they falter, and I think this is where 2xKO shines. They've already added so much to their game in such a short period of time. Now granted, I think they had a lot of the stuff in advance, which is why I give them so much credit, is because it looked like, even though people were upset, and myself included, with how long it was taking, they still put out what's arguably speaking the best product, right? And they keep continuously refining what they believe is the best product, and that in itself to me shows it's a company that cares about their product. Obviously they came in here, for those on the YouTube side, you didn't know this, but Riot Games and their community, like the dev team, came through on my stream and a lot of other people's streams here on Twitch, and gifted subs. They gifted me KO points. They gifted me literally like $250 worth of KO points to just go buy stuff inside the game, you know, just out of just goodwill. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen any company do this since ArcSys pushing Guilty Gear Xrd, and that was how long ago? Like, it was a point in time, and it wasn't ArcSys, it was Axis Games that did it to try to support. And they did it also, I want to say, with BB Tag, but they didn't, like, they just came in and just like gave away codes or something to that nature, which is cool. But like more consistently, more frequently would have been nice. On top of what's happening here, I know people were sort of upset about the partnership thing that that Riot gave, you know, partner streamers, because, you know, we can do sponsorship things. That's why you see me playing some of these other random games on here, and yeah, we do get paid to do that. That is part of it. But they're like, every set of gift subs, they'll match the gift subs. There was a rate thing issue on there, but like, there's things that are in place on Twitch that people didn't know about, and it caused a lot of uproar for no reason. But like, Riot's not doing anything that's out of pocket. Some people just took it out of context because they can't read the fine print. But just to kind of put it back in perspective, like, they're still going out of their way to support the content creators and streamers. And at that point, I'm sorry, but it's hard for me to not play 2xKO or support the game. It's hard for me not to do that, knowing that that's a thing. I can't do it. I cannot not play this game. If they're willing to support me, then I'm willing to support the developer. Even if it might seem like it's a PR thing, that's not the point. It's good. It's out of goodwill. Them supporting the tournament scene, they have to do that either. But they're not taking away the grassroots. They're helping support the grassroots. So I look at it from the standpoint of like, well, what do you want me to do? Not play this game? And try to be like everyone else and force hate? Nah. That's why I look at it from the standpoint of like, we have so much to look forward to in the scene. Like, why bring the games down? Why bring down one game because you want this one to succeed? No, they should all succeed. It's just let people decide on their own. That's why when people ask me, yo, streamer, should I play this game? It's up to you. Do you like this game? Do you like what you see? If the answer is yes, go download it. It's free. You know? I could easily just say yes because it's free. But I don't want to make up your mind for you. I want you to make the decision based on the things that you're looking at. If it looks cool, you know, the barrier of entry, are these things that you're okay with? If you are, then by all means go get it. But I'm not going to encourage you to do it. You know, I would hope that my gameplay and my excitement for the game encourages you versus me telling you to do it. You see the difference? The difference is me not telling you versus you just watching me play and being like, yo, this dude's kind of sick at this game. I kind of want to be sick too. Or this game looks pretty cool. I kind of like what's happening. Like, how can you be upset? At that point, jump on it. That's up to you. You know, it's your world. If you want to play something, it's you do it. Don't let the masses tell you what to think. Just try for yourself. That's why I always speak from like the heart when I talk about like the games, how I'm feeling about the stuff. Because if I'm not feeling it, then I'm just not gonna play it. I have like every fighting game that's come out in recent times, and as you can see, I'm just playing like one. I want to play 6, but I'm having difficulty trying to play it again, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just the pacing of the game now. It's just kind of got me. It's hard to say. I still like Street Fighter 6 a lot, but I don't know what it is. You know, it's a market where in gacha games have new character every 3 weeks with events and free rolls. Same with FPS Battle Royale, Arc Raiders, new stuff rolling out. Yeah, I think the neat part is it has a rotating shop for you. It's personalized. That's good. I just feel like once Riot gets past year 1 of this game, the game's gonna have all kinds of stuff in it. And it's not unheard of for a Riot game. Look at Valorant, look at League of Legends, look at Teamfight Tactics. All these games had a starting point. While to some degree one would argue, oh man, it's not the greatest launch. But you look at the game later, it's kind of like, why are you guys so harsh on this stuff, but then be like, yo, Street Fighter 5 was the greatest game ever made? When? Well, nah, in this final season, you didn't say on launch. You said in its final season, right? I just want to make sure we got our expectations right. You said in the final season, it's a great game now, right? Okay, how long did that take? You know, versus this game now coming out doing stuff that other games should have been doing from the start. You know, and I don't like to point fingers like that, but like, you know how people get when it comes to these types of discussions and arguments, right? So you gotta kind of hit them with the facts. And as far as I'm concerned, like, you gotta remember, for those that don't know me, you can learn this about me now. I worked in marketing, and let me tell you, as a marketing manager, I can't come to my CEO without facts. Do your research. If you come through with no facts, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. I could never do that. The first thing my boss would always ask me, did you do your research? First question every time. Did you do your research? And how long was your research? What did you find? Like, I think there was a time where like the CEO, well, my boss at the time, she sat me down like one day after work. It was a good 1-hour conversation about research, what's necessary, how it works in the upper management and upper worlds, how companies that are multi-million-dollar companies work in terms of like valuable research, actual research time. Even though you spend 8 hours in a day, is 8 hours all dedicated to that research? And with that research, what have you actually discerned? What have you put together? What actionables do you have? You know what I mean? Like, what, based on what you know now, what can you put into an actionable? I'm imparting this knowledge on y'all too, just so like, if you really want to understand what it means, go do your research and you see. You know what I'm saying? Don't just come out here without busting out facts, because people just look like, you just look sillier. Look sillier. Like me, like, yo, Batman prep time in terms of doing research, like, that shit is a broken skill that people don't know how to utilize. Doing your research to inform yourself on anything will always be your greatest ally in discussions. You come with no facts and just all feelings, it's never gonna work. If you have feelings, it needs to be based on facts. And it needs to go with the predictions, if that makes sense. But point is, we're in a state right now, I think, with fighting games where I feel like all the games are doing pretty well. Some games are having some hiccups here and there, but it's not to the point to where you can't enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can still enjoy yourself with the games and try to like just have a good time. I think 2026 is a really good year for fighting games. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, if your favorite game is going through it right now, just have patience. Yeah, they just watch shorts and vomit out what others say. That's not research, even if you're right. If you don't know why, then how are you gonna make a solution? True. I think that's why people enjoy my content, because I won't say I'm the antithesis to the vast majority of people who make content in the FGC, but I think because I speak from understanding both sides of companies versus consumers sides, I'm like the middle guy. I'm in the middle ground. And I kind of pride myself on my personal background and understanding like what's necessary to make these assessments. So like it's harder for people to like always appreciate what I say, or like rather the thoughts that I put out there, because they're like, oh well, you don't understand, or you're just not pro consumer. Of course not. I'm not pro developer either. But developers are people that make video games. Like I remember there was someone that I was dating at one point, and they were just telling me things about like video games and how video games are for kids and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you do realize video games are not made by children, right? You know that video games are made by 30, 40-year-olds, 20-year-olds, people that are your age and my age. You are aware of that, right? And there are those people who are big kids that enjoy doing this. You do understand that, right? Being general and saying this is for kids when they make games for adults, they make games for kids, they make games for teens, they make games for people of all different ages, statures, etc., etc. The blanket statement of this is for kids is nonsensical, especially when they have ratings that are like, it's not like back in the day when I was growing up, you know, game says rated teen, you know, you have to walk up with a freaking ID in order to get a game. If your ID doesn't say 15 or 16, you couldn't buy the game. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you guys may not know this, but they used to ID for you to buy a video game if it was above your age. Seriously. Like, you walk up there as a 13-year-old and you're trying to buy Mortal Kombat that's rated 18 plus. They're not gonna let you buy that. It's because of games like Mortal Kombat is why the age rating thing exists. So I go up there like, yo, let me get MK2. Let me see your ID, kid. 12 years old. Absolutely flip not. Get out of my store. Get the hell out of my store. Like, what? Even renting games. I had to show my ID to rent, and my Blockbuster to rent like games when I was a kid. PS1 era. Think about that. PS1 era, I had to show my ID at a Blockbuster. And they considered teen 15 and up, not 13 and up at the time. So imagine trying to play Mega Man X. Rated teen, rated T for teen. Let me get that. I don't know, kiddo. Mega Man X is rated teen. How old are you? 13? Yeah, nah, go ahead and go pick up Crash Bandicoot. What? I don't want to play Crash Bandicoot. That's tough. What? What do you mean that's tough? What's up, Rodman? What do you mean that's tough? Insane. You know how far I walked to go get Mega Man X? Real rap, when Mega Man X first came out, I actually walked from my middle school to the Blockbuster to rent the game, and I had to walk all the way back home. The walk to that Blockbuster from the school was at least 20 minutes plus. Then from the Blockbuster home was like an hour and some change. I trekked that shit as a 13-year-old like, hell yeah. Now the dude at the Blockbuster was cool with me, so he let me rent it. But still, I had to take it back because my parents didn't know that I rented it. I had no car to get over there. So when Monday came for school, guess what I did? Right after school. Walked my happy ass all the way. Dropped in a little return bin. Walked all the way back home. Mom was like, what took you so long to get back home? Oh, after school program. I stayed after school to play basketball. Yeah. Oh man, I don't think that's how I used to rent games as a kid, but that's a whole other ball game. Yeah, not Hollywood. Hollywood was too far. That was a hell of a walk if I did Hollywood Video, bruh. Hollywood was further down. No. Yeah, it was further down. It was like pretty close to, it was somewhat close to the Blockbuster, but it was like way across the street over there. Man, just thinking about it, whew, insane. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. It did have better anime. It did. It definitely did have better anime. I do agree with that. I was in between maybe two blockbusters, but like the second blockbuster was way further away. I was going more towards my high school. So sometimes during high school, I would just go, because I took the metro bus to school. So I would like go rent games after class on a Friday and be like, all right, cool. I'll take it back like Monday when I get over here, which is kind of cool. I didn't mind that. But man, I'm talking about being a gamer. But anyway, let me swing it back to fighting games. I think that we're doing good right now, man. Like, I just say just support your support your games, man. Like, it gets really sad and frustrating sometimes when I see people make these videos about like the state of fighting games is so bad right now. Oh, fighting games are bad right now. You're sending a shitty message to people who want to fucking play. Come on, man. Like, don't be doing that. Crash Bandicoot is fire though. It was fire. I ain't gonna hold you, Bahamut. It was. But I'm not renting Crash Bandicoot over Mega Man X4 at the time. I'm just saying, man, like, I guess for me it's just infuriating because, as I said, like as a content creator, being in the content creation space on YouTube and talking about fighting games and trying to encourage people to play fighting games, that's why I'm over here streaming between both YouTube and Twitch now. Like, I really want you guys to understand that there are people who are objective and stand out against, not really against those people who are making those videos, but it feels like these videos are coming from a place of like not understanding what's happening with the companies. Like, and it's fine, I get it. It's not your job to be sympathetic towards the people making the game, but like, the people are making the game. There are like, dude, think about when you think about game design, right? You gotta remember, there are people that are there to make a paycheck. There are people that actually care about the fighting games. There are people that don't care about the fighting games. There are people that half care about the fighting games. They half care about the project that they're on. They really want to make Monster Hunter, but they over here on Street Fighter, or they want to be on Onimusha, but they still playing, but they're making Street Fighter. Like, you gotta think about it. Like, so sometimes there might be a lack of polish in some areas, and it's not because Capcom is at fault. There are people making the game, and some people are at fault because they just do their job only so like haphazardly, and that's not ever a good thing. But like, then that causes the game to get hurt. So then, as a result of their laziness, now they gotta go back and pick up the pieces. And let's say they let that person go, or that person got promoted, or they got moved over to like, say, Monster Hunter or Onimusha or Mega Man or whatever titles on Capcom, then that person's slack has to get picked up by someone else. So they gotta hire more people. And I've already told you guys before that Capcom has an initiative. I swear that document made the most sense. And like, when you see that document, it's like, if you were to give Capcom any grief after that, you really just don't care, because everything that they said that they were going to do in the initiative has come to pass, and they've been working at it, and they've been successful. So it's kind of like, are you really paying attention, or are you just an angry consumer just to be angry? When I made a whole video on it, and it doesn't have that many views on here on the YouTube, right? But like, the video exists for me explaining how all this stuff works with the initiative, and I didn't even use the document on the page on the stream, but I talked about it. And it's like, you'd be really, really crazy to think that the company's not doing well, especially when they have more than one building in Japan, across Japan for that matter, across Tokyo, across Osaka. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the Osaka building doesn't work directly with the Tokyo building with certain aspects of the games. Like, you just don't know, and you don't live there, and you're not in the company, so you can't know. But it's easy to be like, oh, you guys suck. Like, I think people should take it upon themselves once again to do more research and figure out like what's happening within the companies, as opposed to just being upset. But I digress. Though the point remains is like, fighting games are doing really well right now, and I think it's really unbecoming for some of the creators to be like, oh, fighting games are doing bad right now, or Street Fighter is doing bad, or this game is doing bad right now, or that. Like, if the game's genuinely doing bad, there's a reason for it. And I think you should probably do more than just use your personal feelings. Like, it ain't hard to do research. And I think that's where my trepidation comes in, is I feel like sometimes the creators, they just don't take it upon themselves to do the research. It's just like, well, enough time has passed, we're lacking content in this game, we don't have this, we don't have that, I think Capcom's screwing up, blah 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 blah, they're screwing up, well, Bandai Namco's screwing up, blah blah blah. I ain't gonna hold you, Bandai Namco definitely, they did way more than they should with Tekken 8 with Season 2. They did way too much, and they had to roll back so much of that stuff. But, you know, I don't know, I just feel like there's a reason for everything. And I think like trying to find the underlying reason would probably do a bit better for the audience and for the people who want to play, because as a content creator, your goal isn't to push them away from the games that you're playing. You're supposed to pull them towards the games that you're playing. Like, do you know how, man, I'm telling you, man, I've gone through this so much already with Guilty Gear, SNK games. It's like, hey guys, come play these games. These games are fire. Oh man, this game looks like freaking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's a good game. No man, I'm good, dog. I'm gonna just go play Street Fighter and go complain about it. Like, dude, there's so many good games you could be playing, but you're just not giving it a fair one. But, you know, it's just how it is, you know. You don't want to pull them off. You don't want to push them away from the games. But I think people talk like that because they assume that even if you're complaining about it, you're still going to play. My penguin's getting married. I can't play KLF. Right. It's really silly to me. That's what happened to the Dragon's Dogma guy. He waited while working on the other titles. Took a long time to make one and a long time to make two, and boom, retired on his own studio after a long time. Yeah, true. But I think, like, yeah, that's true also. When there's like no news or anything like that, people just stir shit up and just go back in the same, like, we like recycle the same content. All right, guys, enough time has passed. It's been like, I don't know, 6 years since Street Fighter 6 has been out, and we need to talk about motion controls again. We need to talk about modern controls again. I thought we were over that. Yeah, Capcom just needs to remove it. It's a little too strong. We're in 2029. You still on this? Yeah, man. Like, right now it's kind of screwed up because Mena's winning with this. Oh lord. Like, who cares, bro? Get over it. No motion controls. It doesn't change the fact that it's still a fighting game. I'm over here playing 2XKO, a game with no motion inputs, and that game still has, I still have execution issues as someone with great execution. Like, I'm not trying to hear it. No one's trying to hear that shit anymore, bro. Like, pack that shit up. Like, talk about something different. How about you talk about the history of fighting games? Like, that's why those YouTube shorts I put out, like, I'm doing more of that. Like, giving you guys history of some of my personal favorite players, like Sako and Daigo. You know, I'll probably do one about Tokido pretty soon, because I think those are more important to fighting games as opposed to bringing them down. Like, why would you want to bring them down? Like, this is the best the genre's ever been in terms of support, money in tournaments, grassroots support. Like, what more do you want? Well, I want them to do what? You want more content? Put more money into it. I've already put my money in. Well, you gotta wait. Play something else. You know, I'm not saying people don't have cause for concern, but I think some of it's a little unwarranted. You know, I did see it, Rika. Modern fighting games are bad. They really just wanted to complain about the monetization. There's nothing wrong with fighting games, motherfuckers. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, the genre is doing good. Like, and that's part of why I'm making this talk here. It's like, the genre is doing great. What are you talking about? Modern fighting games are bad. We've had such, listen, man. I used to be that guy to try to push people to play Guilty Gear. Now I don't gotta do that no more. People just go play Guilty Gear because they just want to play. You know how hard it was? Hey man, you should come play some Guilty Gear. You know, I know you like Marvel. This kind of like Marvel. You know, you got a Magneto character. Check it out, Amelia. You like Strider? Hey, we got Chip. Hey, I heard that you like Hayato from Star Gladiator. Hey, guess what? We got Soul Bad Guy over here. Come on. I know you want to play. Bring your ass. Come on. Play it for 2 weeks. Yeah, man. I'm gonna just go back and play Marvel. That game, I don't really know, man. I don't know. I think it's a little too anime for me. Plays Marvel. Makes sense. Hey man, play some KOF with me. Yeah, I don't know about that. But you play CVS 2. Yeah, but I mean, CVS 2 is a better game than King of Fighters. It's the same type of game. Yeah, but I mean, they don't got rework in it like that. So I mean, I feel you, but you know, I'm gonna go do this custom combo with Sakura right quick. All right. Imagine me trying my ass off to get people to play these games that I enjoy. Now people don't have to do that anymore. They just turn on. And that's where I'm at. It's like, I'm good. What's up, Raigeki? See you, big dog. What's up, top doggy? Yeah, man, like, I don't gotta do that no more. People just want to play now. So it's like, let's stop pushing the agenda of like, oh, modern fighting games are bad. Oh, no motion inputs is bad. It's like silly. Street Fighter players are the ball and gun gamers of FGC. I don't really want to say that. I feel like that's MK, but that's just me. I think when it comes to fighting games, like I said, we're doing so good right now. We're doing so good right now. Everyone agrees it's MK on Switch side. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Like, I just grow tired of this, man. Like, do you guys? It's just like, do y'all even care enough about fighting games, man? Do y'all care? I care, man. And I can't tell you why I care so much. The most shocking thing in that video is he said hitboxes in old fighting games were better. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna end this portion because I'm gonna talk about that separately, and I'm just gonna say we're doing good. I could go on and on and on about this, but I'm gonna just say that we're doing good. I don't think it's something where we're doing horribly. That's just me. That's just me. So I'm gonna end this little segment in particular right here, and then I'm gonna talk about that. All right, what's up, Kivu? So my beef, my trepidation, hitboxes back in the day were fucking atrocious. Hurt boxes, fucking atrocious. I'm not having it. No. 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 I'm not having that. I have seen some of the worst hitboxes in my life in older fighting games. And I love those games. I grew up on those games. But let's be serious here. No. I'm not having it, bruh. No. Some of the fighting games today have some pretty egregious hitboxes. Have you guys ever seen Elfelt's charged shotgun shot? Have y'all ever seen that before? You know what that looks like? This has to be one of the most bullshit hitboxes I've ever seen for a fucking projectile. Absolute bullshit. Like, whoa. That's how bad that is. Never in my life have I ever seen a hitbox that insane. Never. Never. Hold on. This shit blew me when I saw this for the first time, man. I was like, you can't be for real. Oh no, they were for real, all right. They were hella for real on that. And I was like, wow, this is okay. This is okay. All right, I suppose. Here you guys go. Take a look at that. That's charged shotgun shot. Charged. Notice how it has a hitbox inside of a hitbox inside of a hitbox. That's why when she did her wall combos with the charge shots consistent, you'd never miss. Look at how tall the hitbox on that is. And I played this game for money. Come on, man. Don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started. Elfelt has to be one of the most egregious fighting game characters I've ever fought in Guilty Gear history. Right when I thought Eddie was bad, nah. This character, nah, not even close. Close slash, this move right here used to have the most insane hitbox I've ever seen. Ever seen. This used to be worse. Notice how there's a hurt box on top of her head, but it's way the flip back here, It used to cover her whole dome piece. This whole dome piece right here, just take this red and just move it back towards her head. You couldn't jump on it. Impossible. Impossible. And they added a hurt box inside here during Rev 2. It took them that long to put that there. They made this character infallible. If you jumped that L, you died, period. No 6P. Hold on, gets better. This still blows me to this day. This move, this goofy ass move right here, this is her 6P. That's an overhead that anti-airs, kinda like Warwick, and that's why I get livid. That's an overhead. Look at the upper body invincibility. Her hurt box is on her feet. Why is her overhead an anti-air? And this is Guilty Gear Xrd. This is 2015. I'm not trying to hear it. Nah. I'm not having it. No, sir. No, sir. This is okay, right? So and don't get me wrong, I love this game. I love this game. Really, I do. But I'll be damned if there wasn't some nonsensical hitboxes and hurt boxes in this game. Is it still one of the greatest games to me? Absolutely. But that doesn't excuse shit like this. Right? It doesn't excuse stuff like this. This character was a whole freaking war crime for years. You want to talk about this dumbass move? Talking about hitboxes and hurt boxes? Look at this goofy ass shit. That's her 5K. Where the fuck do I hit you? Oh man, Kensou, you know Chip has lower body invincibility on his sweep. You can counter poke her 5K. Yeah, a 5 frame low with my sweep. That's 10 frames. You want me to react and punish that with my 10 frame sweep? She has no hurt box. This is clash frames. All you're going to do is clash with this. I'm like, no. Y'all got it. I've dispelled that so many times about that character, man. But you know, it's Kensou, you're just complaining. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this fucking character, dude. Here's my sweep. Notice how I have a hurt box right here. Elfelt clashes with this, so I have a tip, a very tip that is quote unquote foot invul. Like, but everything else gets smoked. Okay. Did you know that Eno can low profile his sweep with freaking Stroke the Big Tree? I did. And it happened to me so many damn times. This wouldn't happen in the older titles because his sweep hit lower. But he's considered slightly off the ground, and Eno can just stroke the big tree right underneath it. And then full combo him. Granted, you can stagger out still. Like, I'm not hearing it. Nope. Older fighting games have a lot of jank in it, dude. I can bring up so many old fighting games that have all kinds of jacked up hitboxes and hurt boxes that just don't make no sense. But I mean, we played them because we enjoyed them, you know. Not to mention this is all we had. But I would never go back. I would never go back and be like, yo, there weren't jacked up hitboxes and hurt boxes. I would never say that these hitboxes and hurt boxes were better. Never. That's just. Oh yeah, Soul's 2D, the one that can kind of anti-air. Soul Sweep's not that bad though. His shit was designed like that on purpose. Funnily enough, he can low profile and anti-air you with his sweep, which is pretty funny. Well, you have to kind of put yourself in a position to do it, and you have to know where that works. At KOF 98 Chris Jump CD, oh, that shit is like a freaking, that's just a wall. Like, if I should make a video, most egregious normals in fighting game history. Chris Jump CD might be number 1. Chris Jump CD might actually be number 1. It might be. That move is just pick a Chris, Orochi Chris, regular Chris, it don't matter. You want to watch footage of 98 Chris? Let's get it. Oh, you got hit by it? Tight. Rush punch or fireball or DP. Super. Pick one. What a great character. I love Chris. That's why I pick him. I get tired of getting hit by that bullshit. Nah, 98's a fun game still, despite that. But you see what I'm saying? Even though like that's a thing, it's still a fun game. It's not to say the game's not fun, but like we're not gonna sit here and look at these games and be like, this shit it was infallible. Like there weren't things that were not bad about them, and I think that's just one of them. I mean, it's all right though. I think the problem a lot of the times with older games is people go back and look at them with rose-tinted glasses and forget that these games have problems. And it's understandable because it'll be like, well, this is my favorite game, and it's cool. Like it's like I never fault anyone for that, but I think it's just when you take it to the point of like this was better because this. It's like, well, subjectively speaking, yes. You know, subjective to how you feel about it, objective to how you feel about it. Cool, sure. But I think the neat part about gaming is like it should be a different experience. I think that's the thing that people forget is like the game should feel different. Like it should be a different experience. If you just picked up the game and you ended up playing the same game again with a new coat of paint, you're just playing Madden again. You know, you're playing a sports game at that point. And I don't think that's fighting games. I don't think that's ever been fighting games. I think they've always tried to make sure that the experience is like a new thing. Or something that you can kind of like enjoy. But I think it gets, oh man, it's videos like that that make it really like lame. Like it pushes a narrative that's not true, and I think that's what bugs me about videos like those. And again, I end up having to be like the antithesis to a lot of this stuff, and like I know some people might look at it as, well, you're gonna burn a bridge for like kind of retaliating or whatever, but it's like it's not really trying to burn a bridge. It's just trying to point out that like you're not entirely right, and I am not entirely right either. But I think you could be a bit more objective. It's a little bit more objective. Older games just have so many problems. Newer games have problems too. But I mean, that's just a sign of the times, right? Like with new games comes new problems, and every iteration of a newer fighting game or a new fighting game in general introduces new nuance, new problems, new things to solve, etc., etc. Like it's not that hard to grasp, you know? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say it's clarity, but it's just like I said, when it comes down to it, like I think like this year I'm not afraid to like ruffle feathers. It's just like if you can't have a conversation about it, like if you make a video, right? If someone wants to, people come in my comments and go wild sometimes, right? But like I still try to have a conversation with them. And I think that like as a content creator, that's part of it, right? Like we can come to some type of understanding. It isn't like I'm right and you're wrong. It's like, well, I hear you and I see what you're trying to say, but like I don't agree. Like I said, this year I have no problem kind of like doing that. Some might see it as burning bridges, but I don't think that's the case. Conversation. Like you should be able to conversate about these things, but again, like I said, I think it's just too much negativity surrounding fighting games nowadays, and I don't know why. I don't know why people have to look at these things as like this, I guess. Any game will have a baseline philosophy for how characters should be balanced, and just release something broken. It's sure true. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's their intention to release something broken, but they also kind of want to see what. I think developers play a fine line of like, if this is broke, let's see what the players do with it, and then we fix it. Or we release them in a state where we can see if they're in this position, can they still be strong? And they've done that. And it's not even like it's just fighting games, it's all kinds of competitive gaming. And you can see that in not even just competitive gaming, you can see that in DLC characters from all kinds of games. Zenless Zone Zero, all those gacha games, they release characters. Maybe they're really good, maybe they're not. Maybe the launch characters are good and then they need buffing. All kinds of stuff. Like, it's no stranger for buffs and nerfs. Guns and weapons in games, sometimes they're too weak, sometimes they're too strong, so they have to nerf them. It's just a part of, yeah, card games too. It's just a part of game dev, you know. Sometimes these decisions don't make sense. Trust me. True. Devs also look at the past and not run into problems with the past. True. It's like I said, man. Like, I'm just more sympathetic towards these things, and like sometimes it's interesting to me when I watch people who just like wash their hands of certain aspects of this part of it. And it's understandable. Maybe they don't care to have that conversation. And that's fine too, but I guess it gets very dismissive. And it's like, well, I said what I said, that's it. Okay, well, cool. That's fine. You know, I lose nothing. I lose nothing for not having a conversation with you about it, and you lose nothing either. So, not really an impasse, but it's like, okay, cool. It is what it is. Like I said, I just think rose tinted glasses come a little too frequently when it comes to fighting games, and especially the older ones. But I'm glad that people can play what they want. I think that's still the most important part. You can play what you want. But making videos about why the games are bad nowadays it just feels like it's just too easy to bank off of negativity in content. It's too easy. It's because you're rage baiting and you're gonna piss someone off. So you just make the video, piss someone off, and then just continue to make more videos that piss people off, instead of bringing something positive to the space. So the other part of it is like giving it the time of day. So unless someone's willing to counteract like the video, sure, it'll create a little extra tension within the space, but sometimes that tension might be necessary to try to like dispel certain aspects. Because I promise you, man, like it's always the same thing. Say something, well, whatever, I wash my hands clean. You don't want to talk about it? Nah, I said what I said. Okay, well, and kind of just run the same script over and over again. Say something, get challenged, and then either backpedal or just disappear. That's the YouTube special, or the I want to say maybe not just a YouTube special, but just like the average person special, maybe, or the average content creator. Because like they know that, like they just know that the video is gonna bang because they're just gonna piss someone off, and it's so easy to spread. It's so easy to mass spread something that's negative. It's just it's the most interesting thing ever. It's the most interesting, non-interesting thing ever. Negativity sells, drama sells. We love drama. Drama makes everything fun. Oh, rage bait content, 100% the thing right now. 100%. That's where it's at. W rage bait, because I know I'm gonna get you to freaking say something. All content leaning towards that prank shorts. Even after the recent Rivals drama and the aftermath, other players complained about the event to go viral. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about it myself too, right? But I made sure to relate it towards fighting games because it is relatable. Not by way of like I'm looking to like piggyback off of whatever's happening per se, but it's like, hey man, this is the difference between casual and competitive. That's the lesson there. When it's joy bait content, that'll never happen. I swear, people can go like I've seen some stuff where like people go to like really good restaurants and then say the food is bad just for shock value, and I'm like, you do not feel that way. You do not feel that way. No fucking shot. No shot. You like imagine going to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant and being like, yo, Gordon Ramsay steak is ass. That would never happen. Granted, it probably has happened, but no way. No way. Like you're just trying to piss people. You're trying to piss people off, and what are you gonna do? Get Gordon Ramsay to get in your shit? Gordon Ramsay, notice me, like, bruh. Acknowledge that man's got a good ass fucking restaurant and keep it pushing, bruh. Don't fool yourself. You know the food is good. Stop lying. Stop lying. Don't lie. Or my personal favorite, Expedition 33 wasn't really that cold for real. Or my other personal favorite. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was kind of ass. That game wasn't really like that. The switch ups be insane. The switch ups be insane just for the clicks, man. Since it's joy bait content's animal content, I can see that. Or animal videos. I already played Paper Mario. Right. Yeah, it definitely be on that type of timing. E33 was goated though, man. Can't front. Good ass game. Crazy thing is people think Gordon Ramsay's aggressive nature is why he's so successful. Nah, that motherfucker just puts in the work. That's all. Gordon Ramsay just puts in work. That's like his demeanor is just busted. But you know, not everyone can have that type of energy. E33 overrated. I didn't play it though. I loved watching how many people after it won the Game Awards, when you went to the category like the day later, all these first time Expedition 33s, was it really that good? 3 days later for half of the people, yeah, this game's goated. Yeah, this game was goated. Yeah, I see why it won. Yeah, I wasn't really sure. I didn't think it was really like that. Like judging a book by its cover, bruh. And then you get smoked by the game being good. Crazy. Imagine getting smoked by something that's actually good. Like, why would you even say it in the first place? I didn't really play like that for real, but I mean, I heard it was ass. All right. And then try to backpedal on them. Yeah, well, they used AI in the making of the game. All right, bruh. Like, they just try to pick tooth and nail, like, just grasping for fucking straws to find a reason to be mad. Like, and that's why I'm just saying, like, I just can't deal with this shit no more, dude. Motherfuckers always grasping for straws and be angry about something. Was a bunch of posts for people who had no interest in it and be like, I gave it a shot for 30 minutes and dropped it. You can't play the intro of Expedition 33 and be like, yeah, this game sucks. I'm sorry, that intro is way too fucking fire for you to be like, yeah, this game sucks. Like, at that point, you just don't care about playing the game. You just wanted to have the ability to say, I bought the game and refunded it. That's all. And leave a negative review. Because I think after the Game Awards, they tried to review bomb the game. And I'm like, come on, dog. Y'all gotta, come on, man. Y'all gotta have something better to do with your time. Come on, man. Please, be for real. I get the mass appeal of something being a turnoff, but it checks a lot of boxes for a reason. Maybe. I've seen the switch up for so many games. Nier got a switch up. Spider-Man 2 got a switch up. E33 got a switch up. But we need... Oh, yeah, Elden Ring. See, I was on the same timing on that game, though. I was like, this game cool and all, but I don't know. I don't know. I think at the time when Elden Ring won, there were other games I wanted to see win. What year did Elden Ring win? That 2020? The best 7 out of 10 game of the year? That's a fact. 2022. 2022. Okay. Let me see what was in the nominees. Oh, let me go. Hold on. Fuck. Game of the Year 2022 nominees. I'm curious. Oh, this year. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Stray, a Plague Tale, Horizon Industry Plant game that will never get its due. God of War Ragnarok, Elden Ring, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I ain't gonna hold you. I would have liked Horizon to just win just for the one time because I think Aloy is a cool character. Mind you, I haven't played any of the Horizon games like that, but I've always looked at them and was like, these just look fucking cool. And I think that game deserved it, but it came out at like the same time as Elden Ring in the same year. I think they're both February releases, I want to say, and it just got cooked up. Xenoblade 3, I know was a good game from what I understand from many people. Stray, that was a good one. I watched a lot of streamers play Stray. Plague Tale Innocence, the first game was really good. I didn't see anything about this one. And then God of War Ragnarok, I've only watched some people play it. Oh yeah, God of War probably would have won because it came out right before the Game Awards. For sure. For sure. Remember that year I was hooked on Rise of Ronin? I need to play that. Horizon gameplay was so cool. Yeah, this year I'm gonna try to play a couple more single player games. Maybe go back and play, like, I need to finish Elden Ring. But the only reason why I didn't finish it because that game was freaking unoptimized on PC when it first came out. And it was infuriating to try to play. Let's go, Frills. One thing I didn't like about E33 was the timing based system. It's cool, but I'd rather play Persona just to chill. Well, Frills, they made it that way because it's an interactive game. Like, it takes, like, I think menu based RPGs are already pretty, they're good games, but they can put you to sleep. As someone that's played a lot of, like, bro, like, my collection is mad RPGs, and menu based RPGs can put you to sleep. Like, trust me, like, it's good that you have a game that's like more interactive like that. It's basically Legend of Dragoon if it was to come out nowadays. It's the same combat system, it's just more interactive, and I think that was a good thing. Like, if it was just menu based combat where you just did your quick combos and that was that's cool, don't get me wrong, but the parry and defense stuff, all the parry and dodge stuff, that's like a testament to like the Dark Souls, while still trying to, you know what I'm saying, like, they try to appease those people so that like parrying and dodging is still like cool, it's a part of our RPG, you know what I mean? It's not just a random thing that happens in the game, you know. Play Tale of Sleeper, gotcha. Hey, listen, I'm cool with that, Rika. If you prefer one over the other, hey, I ain't even mad at you. I think for me in particular, because I've played so many RPGs, like, I'm cool with the game, like, I'm cool with games being different. Like, part of what makes like RPGs or just gaming fun for me is like, when it's a different experience and it's not like the last game that I played, I mess with it heavy, right? So like, especially during the PS1 era where like everyone was already doing menu-based RPGs, and then you have shit like Xenogears that kind of breaks that up, Legend of Legaia that breaks that up. Those are the two like fighting game based, and that's why Valkyrie Profile is my favorite, because it's not just, all right, menu, drop magic, do cool special move and watch cool thingies. Like Valkyrie Profile has freaking juggles and combos, guard crush scenarios, juggles, grounded base combos, supers, combo supers. Just like, what the hell? This is an RPG? What the hell? And the crazy part is, when that game first came out, that game got like 7s, and then they re-released it when Square Enix got them. The game got 9s. Go figure. Neither 3 was dev fresh. I never played Dragoon or Paper Mario, so it's different. I feel it. You have to, unless you have a big IP that can do copy paste like rivals to Overwatch. You have to innovate and do something different, or there's no reason to play this over that. For sure. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm a big fighting game head, but like, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm looking at my collection and it's so many action RPGs. Obviously there's fighting games, but like, that's like, dude, those are my 3 favorite genres. And like, there's so many of them. Yeah. And even the ones that take risks, like Unlimited Saga. When I show people Unlimited Saga, they're like, yo, what the hell is this? Why is it so pretty? Yeah, Square decided to like not do shit with the Saga series for years after this game, which is terrible. So the new Chinese RPG is taking inspiration from E33. Isn't it the one that's like the one female character that looks kind of like comic book oriented? If not, link it. I'll take a look. Need to fix it right now and play both. Paper Mario's a good one. Beast of Reincarnation gameplay just showed. I'm looking forward to Tales of Annihilation. I definitely want to play that. I still have Lost Soul Aside I have not played. I wanted to get back onto Stellar Blade on PC because I know there's a lot of crazy things that's on PC for that too. From mods and all kinds of stuff. Plus I thought it would be a really... I don't know. I watched a speedrun for it during Games Done Quick and I thought it was pretty cool. I don't think I'll speedrun it, but the strats for the speedrun look really fun. So who knows? I don't know. My game of the year last year was NG2 and E33. Definitely E33 was too good. That game was way too good. But yeah, I think there's just a lot to look forward to nowadays in terms of playing. RA9, yeah. RA9 comes out on my birthday, so happy birthday to me. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to that one. Trust me. I might all-nighter that one. Like, happy birthday to me, Resident Evil. Play in the dark. Hoodie up. But yeah, we'll see. Sipping while playing. I don't know if I'll do a drunk stream. I don't know if I'll do that one. Found it? Alright, bet. I'll look at it on the side here. Oh, Sword and Fairy? What? This is what it is? Sword and Fairy already exists. What the feezy? I'll be damned.
我就知道剑仙的传说果然是真的。我觉得，渺渺世间不独有人，人要活下去，妖也是一样。
妖本身即是恶，难道它不存有善念？
Graphics look fire. Standard for a Chinese game. Chinese games always deliver with the visuals, bro. I've never seen a single Chinese action game or any kind of video game from them where it's ugly. But I need to see some gameplay and not just environments. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Same HUD. Well, all right. We here. I'll give it a try. This was to be expected, though. Damn. There's always raining swords. There's always a raining swords technique from Chinese game devs. All right. When is this out? Good question. Oh, we still have more. Like, come on, son. And of course, in typical fashion, there's always a crazy dragon. I'd be scared shitless with that dragon in front of me, bro.
你晚了22年。
Yeah, Sword and Fairy has been around longer than E33. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. That is pretty damn cool. It doesn't surprise me though. Will I play the Invincible game when it comes out in March? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I will check out the trailer for the new character that they dropped though, Fearless. I haven't seen it yet. Hey, yo, let me make sure I put my YouTube chat here on the side because I was not able to see. I need to get it on the layout. But this does look pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. I will probably play it. It looks hella cool. Let me see here. Pop out chat. Put it over here. This one. But yeah, Sword and Fairy has been around for a hot minute. This is not like some, you know, it's not new. It's definitely been around. But I liked it. It looks pretty cool. I'd play it. You know, it's not unheard of for devs to take from games. It was to be expected that someone was going to try to pick up the gameplay of that title. It's no different than like the Souls games, right? It's like, I just hope that with them copying Expedition 33, that the game in itself is good. Because what makes E33 good isn't just the gameplay. The story is freaking sick too. Like, it's like all those different Souls, you know, Soulsborne clones that are out there where they just copy the formula, but the game is soulless. You know, the game has no like, has nothing attached to it that makes you want to play it for very long. You know what I'm saying? Also, what's good, Bubba? How you doing? Welcome, fella. Hopefully all is well. Let me see here. But I think it's cool. I don't really have a problem with this. My thing is, for what it's worth, I'll be so real with you. A lot of Chinese game dev I love specifically because the visuals be smoking. Like Wukong? Come on, man. Wukong was fucking gorgeous, man. Just that game's intro alone, I still go back and watch that from time to time. Like, that shit was peak. That shit's actually peak. So to see, you know, games like this, I got Lost Soul Aside on PS5, so I gotta turn that shit on. I wasn't sure if the PC port was gonna have issues, so I just took the plunge. The Kung Fu choreography definitely be fire too. Is like, please watch. If you never played Wukong, just watch at least the cinematics, bruh. That game is so pretty, man. I literally think also, for me, Wukong also is kind of up there for one of my favorite action games of all time. Since it's not like a pure Souls game either, it's freaking nice. So nice. But yes, Invincible. Let me swing back to Invincible. Yeah, I mean, I'll say that, you know, my thoughts on Invincible changed. Not necessarily like I thought the game was bad or anything like that. I didn't play the beta when they dropped it the first time. I played it a little bit at Evo when they had it there, and I thought it looked a lot better there, like the visuals. I think my only complaint about Invincible was like the camera was being a little, I think the camera was a little too zoomed in, but I think maybe now it's a little bit better. Other than that, I don't really have a major interest in covering Invincible, but I do think as a content creator I probably should, at least for a little bit, see if I'll actually play it and enjoy it. My thing is I'm trying to not play too many other fighting games that take me away from the main things that I want to compete at. But covering it for videos and just doing one-offs wouldn't be too bad. I'll give like a review on it and say whether I think it's a good game or not. I'll give you that. Maybe like a week or two after it comes out, you know, kind of like let them kind of iron out the bugs and kinks, if there are any, then kind of go from there. But I'll give you that, Frillis. I'll give you that much. Because, I don't know, I just don't want to divide my time too heavily, especially now. Like, I have a whole, I talk about it a lot, but, you know, the YouTube side, you guys probably don't know about it, but I have a whole system I developed for myself to kind of like stay in line and stay intact with the things that I got going on instead of like bouncing around too much. I think that's hurt me way more than it's helped me. So like I'm okay to not cover a game, especially if I'm not playing it. Like if I'm not playing it, then I think it's okay. But I will definitely say from what I've seen so far, it definitely looks like it's shaping up to be like a way better game. Like, I think the visuals of Invincible have just been getting so much better. I'll say Avatar is probably like the one other game I'm really interested in. Like really, really, really interested in, like sinking my teeth into and kind of learning how it works, because I like the way it felt. I didn't get a chance to really make a video on it and talk about my feelings, and maybe I should still. But I can say for certain, I think like I think in not Invincible, but Avatar's direction is something that I enjoy. I think it's gonna be a fun game personally. I think I know the people who are making it, which is funny. It's really interesting. Like a lot of the people that I came up with in FGC are the ones who are making the current fighting games between 2XKO and Invincible and Avatar. So it's pretty neat to see. But that aside, I think Avatar is gonna be pretty cool. To be honest with you, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. But I'll take a look at the trailer for the new stuff here. We'll do a react, see what's good. It came out like an hour ago, right? So why not, right? Let's see. Sekiro with Neo abilities, pretty much. Pretty much. All right, let's see what's happening here with this Invincible. Anissa and Lucian. What's goody two shoes here?
Do you enjoy the pain of losing to a Viltrumite?
This is your last chance to show me you can learn.
Okay.
Come on. It's time.
Okay, they've upped the animations.
Unacceptable!
This looks good.
I'll crush you! You're nothing! Let's get serious!
Yeah, there's a lot more in between animations now. This looks so much nicer.
Nothing! Let me see! Just as I thought! Your spine at home!
Your education
Ooh.
begins here. Learn your place.
Come on! Worthless!
Ooh, what a splash.
I've had enough of this! You're not worthy of my efforts! Get that through your skull!
Okay. All right. Okay. Alrighty. That was an ending. That was definitely an ending. Okay, well, I'll say I definitely liked the, was it Anissa character? I thought she looked pretty cool. The supers, I mean, you can pimp slapped into a foot dive. I think like what I like currently right now from seeing this, just to mute it for a sec, the animations look a lot better than what it was before. And they've definitely polished the visuals a lot. It does not look as like, I don't want to say jank, but it's just missing animations. It's just missing in between animations. And to me, it looks like they fixed the camera again. Like the camera's more zoomed out. That was my biggest complaint about this game. It's like the camera was so zoomed in. The gore portions of it with the blood and whatnot, obviously they have content creator mode that they've been working on, so that'll be fine to like actually be able to make content on it, because that's the trepidation that a lot of people who play MK face, where like, you know, the blood and gore tends to be like the stuff you have to actually like, you know, you actually have to get around that stuff, and there's a lot of things you have to do to get around it. And that's another reason why I didn't want to really get into this game, is because covering it would be difficult without a content creator mode. Because if it's just all this blood and gore and stuff like that, like, I get it. That's like the comic book, but like it's cool for what it is for the video game, but it's bad for YouTube. It's bad for making content. That's the issue. But interesting. We'll see. But made me want MK more with the lack of dismemberment. Understood. All right. Looks all right. I mean, it's getting better. That's like the biggest thing I can say about Invincible. It just, to me, every time I see it, it just keeps getting better visually. So that's good. We'll see. Maybe I'll touch base with it. But let's see here. To answer your question about helping you with 2x KO, what was your question? I wasn't ignoring you. Just I wanted to get this out of the way. My apologies. Not bad. Not bad. Let me see here. Switch up. I know you got caught up in ads too, right? So, just let me know. What's your trepidation? What's your concern? And how can I help you with 2x KO? What are you looking forward to? Oh, whoops. Where's my thing? There you go. This out the way. So I'm having a hard time online with combo drops, and I'm wondering if it's like a thing, like I'm not fast enough or too quick. Basically, combo drops online. Sounds like either one or two things. Either you're nervous or your connection's not good. Or 3, you just lack combo confidence. I would definitely say keep practicing your combos. Just make sure that you land your stuff when it counts. That's what it sounds like to me. So you could just work on it. You know what I mean? Wouldn't hurt you to just spend more time working on your combos. Naturally, I would say just, you know, if you're playing in the training room and you're landing your combos, like, I feel like it's not very descriptive here. Like, are you experiencing lag? Like, what's going on? Like, is lag affecting you? I think you'd probably have to be a little bit more descriptive on what's the issue. Because if you're dropping combos and it's not the online lag or anything like that, or any kind of rollback issues. It sounds just like a lack of combo confidence, or lack of confidence just doing what you need to do. So that's the most I can discern from your initial statement. So unless you gotta help me help you. Hopefully you can come to a middle ground with it and you won't drop anymore, right? Well, that's the goal, right? Not to drop. Goal is to not drop your combos. Sonic Frontiers when? Maybe this year. You want to look at my backlog? Alright, play this game this year. Maybe on the weekends. Like I said, I don't normally stream on Sundays anymore because of work, being able to do things. But like if I get some free time and I'm able to break away from that, then sure. Because my thing is, my work doesn't stop, dude. I don't really have an off day. Even though I'm not streaming, that's not truly an off day. That's just, I'm still working on YouTube stuff. I'm just working on actual videos. Like, I have a video today that's supposed to, I'm trying to get it done for today, actually. So it'll be on the YouTube. So YouTube, you guys get a video coming soon. I gotta get it done before I go to Frosty's. And I have like maybe that video to finish hopefully today, on top of 1, 2, so it's like 7 videos I have to get done before Frosty. Love it. But that's the life I chose. I'm not complaining about it. I'm getting it done. Half of them are shorts anyway, so no worries. Yeah, Frosty will be fine. No stress. Yeah, if they're falling out of your combo, that just means you're not doing your combos properly. If the combo counter when you're practicing your combos are gray or black beat or gray beat combos, then that means your combos are not valid. The combo counter needs to remain white. If it is grayed out for any reason, it is not a valid combo. You need to make sure that is not a thing. Otherwise, you're just missing. And there's tons of combo trials, so. Sometimes people have pointed out that like people have made some combo videos and stuff like that with gray beat combos, and I'm like, that's not real combos. So yeah, but it's okay. You guys will get a combo video from me soon. Not now, but after Frosty. I'll give you guys an echo one since someone asked for it over the weekend. I did say I would do it. I'll definitely be upset if I don't see viewership for that video though. I'll do it because it was asked, but I hope that there will be some kind of viewership for it. Who knows? Maybe it will be because the game is fully out on PlayStation now, right? So hopefully that'll like help a little bit more. So we'll see how that kind of pans out. But pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff so far. Would love to look at some more like game trailers and stuff like that, but we're creeping up on like 2. So I want to get work done. Maybe I'll upload this reaction for the Invincible thing. It's already on YouTube, technically speaking. We'll just chop it out and make it a little clip. Otherwise, I got work to do. I don't think there's too much else on my docket here to kind of talk about. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. Yo, High Guard came out today, right? That's right. High Guard did come out today. Dang. Unfortunately, I won't be playing that. There's work to be done. Yep. I'll probably download it. And if I get done, I have time, maybe I'll try to play it. Always make sure you're setting in bots. Bot after first. Oh, always. That too. You need to have overwhelmingly negative. People aren't liking this. Whoa. Are people trying to review bomb this game? Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into that. What's up, DRN? You caught me right as I'm about to get off. All right, Fearless, take it easy. YouTube side of things. Love having y'all here. Well, I'm gonna make this more consistent. I'll be seeing you guys on the dual streams a lot more consistently. Appreciate y'all. As always, keep it locked in. You know the vibes. So let me end YouTube stream here. Y'all take it easy.